Today we are unboxing the most controversial mouse in the tech universe, the Apple Magic Mouse, a device that's so beautiful you almost forget how annoyingly impractical it can be. Yes, the one that looks like a spaceship, scrolls like a touchpad, and charges like it's being punished for stealing AirPods. It's probably the only mouse on earth that's equally hated and loved. So let's find out it is actually magic or just tragically aesthetic nonsense. As always, Apple's packing is a premium as ever. Minimalistic box, no unnecessary words, just vibe. You open it and there is the magic mouse, chilling like it knows it's prettier than you. Alongside the mouse, you get some paperwork and one USB Type-C to lightning cable. Now the magic mouse Pixel. Glossy acrylic top, smooth to the touch with no visible buttons. Even left and right clicks are just one piece. Underneath, you get aluminium, and hidden at the bottom is that famous lightning port. Yes, to charge it, you have to flip the whole thing over and let it lie there like a helpless turtle. It's kind of design choice that makes you ask, is this art or some kind of punishment? But maybe Apple didn't want to break the look. No holes, no cutout, no visible button, just one beautiful dysfunctional pebble. And it comes in two colors, white and black. Want the black one? Be prepared to pay more. For absolutely no reason other than it looks black. The mouse doesn't perform any better, but your desk setup will feel more pro while your wallet beeps silently louder. And here's another little ergonomic prank Apple pulled. On a regular mouse with two separate click buttons, we are all used to resting both our fingers, left finger on left click, right finger on right click, like civilized human beings. But on the Magic Mouse, there's only one big button pretending to be two, thanks to its touch sensitive surface. So now you have to awkwardly hover or tuck one finger away like you are trying to perform surgery. Because if any part of your other finger grazes the mouse, it might think you are doing some fancy gestures you didn't sign up for. Sure, you can disable the two finger gesture in setting, but then what's the point of having a magic gesture mouse? But hey, it's Apple. Complaining is illegal. You are supposed to smile and call it innovation while your fingers form the claw of shame. Once you pair it with a Mac, which is as easy as blinking, it actually works pretty well, like surprisingly well. You get a smooth, fluid experience thanks to the touch-sensitive top, which turns the entire surface into a mini trackpad. It's basically the love child of a mouse and a magic trackpad. And here's what you can do with the touch surface. Scroll vertically or horizontally with one finger. It's buttery smooth and way more intuitive than a traditional scroll wheel. Swipe left or right with one finger to show the previous or next page. Swipe left or right with two fingers to switch full screen apps. Double tap with one finger to zoom in and back out of a web page or PDF. Double tap with two fingers for mission control. It's not just a mouse, it's a magic slab of gestures. You start scrolling and swiping like you're casting spells. And in macOS, you get a decent handful of options like enable or disable natural scrolling. You know that's opposite of what your brain wants direction. Adjust tracking speed so it doesn't feel like it's moving through molasses. Toggle secondary click usually on the right side. Enable or disable smart zoom, which is double tap to zoom in. Enable side gestures between pages or desktop. That's about it. Just enough to feel like you have control, but not enough to actually do something crazy. You know it's Apple. Bonus points if you are using it across the multiple Apple devices because the Magic Mouse plays really well with the whole ecosystem. Thanks to the continuity, you can use universal control to seamlessly move between your Mac and iPad like it's one big magic canvas. Hands off? Yep, the mouse helps enable that too. Start something on your iPhone, finish it on your Mac without ever touching your mouse settings. It just works. Here's where things starts to get hurt. Literally, the Magic Mouse looks like a pebble you'd skip across a lake, and it kinds of feel like one too. It's so low profile, there's barely any grip from the sides. After a while, your hand it starts asking questions like, am I supposed to hold this or just gently hover above it? Long usage sessions, expect wrist strain, maybe even a little finger confusion. This thing was designed more for magazine covers than for 8-hour editing marathons. If you have larger hands, it's even worse. It's like trying to palm a bar of soap with precision. And if you are thinking, hey, Can I use this on Windows too? Technically yes, but it's like putting a Ferrari engine into a tricycle. It connects via Bluetooth and gives you basic movement and left and right click, and that's it. Thanks to the third-party tools like Magic Utilities, you can unlock scrolling and limited gestures on Windows. They work well, but they are paid because apparently the Apple tax is contagious. And if you're wondering, can I game with this thing? Well, you can, but why would you? This mouse wasn't built for gaming. No adjustable DPI, no polling rate info, no side buttons, no grip. It's basically like entering a boss fight armed with a spoon. The Apple Magic Mouse has just one button. It pretends to have two, but it actually detects where your finger is touching on the surface and guesses if you wanted a right click or a left click. This is fine until you try gaming, because if you right click to aim at your enemy, you can't left click to shoot, and if you are shooting, you can't aim properly. Basically, you can either look at your enemy lovingly through your scope or shoot blindly into the air hoping for the best. Perfect for games where you don't really want to win. You could still game with it if you are playing in a god mode where accuracy doesn't matter and you are just clicking mindlessly to take out your work frustration. But realistically, this mouse is not made for gaming. It's made for looking good next to your MacBook while your enemies laugh at you. First person shooters, nope. Strategy games, painfully doable. Puzzle games, yeah, sure, but even then your fingers might file a complaint. So what's actually great about the Magic Mouse? The first thing is design. It's undeniably stunning. This is the mouse equivalent of an Apple store. Clean, solid, and absolutely photogenic. Just a support. The multi-touch is smooth, intuitive, and makes you feel like you're working in the future. Battery life, one full charge lasts a month. That's longer than most people's gym membership. Build quality, solid materials, no flex, no rattles. It feels expensive because it is. Apple continuity. Use it seamlessly across the devices with universal control and hands off. Alright, now for the not so magical bits. Ergonomics. It's flatter than a pancake and offers no real support. Your hand ends up doing yoga poses just to stay comfortable. Charging design. The port is on the bottom, so it charges like it's being punished. Can't use it while charging because it doesn't look good that way. No custom button. You get what you get, and Apple says you will love it. Windows support. It works, but barely. Without third-party apps, it's just a Bluetooth potato. Price. For the same cost, you could buy a fully ergonomic mouse or honestly go to therapy. Both would be better for your wrist. And it cannot work on glossy surfaces. So is the Apple Magic Mouse worth your money? If you are deep into the Apple ecosystem, want something that looks stunning on your desk, and don't mind the occasional wrist cramps or ridiculous charging port placement, then yes, this mouse brings the magic. But if you value the function over form, customizability, and comfort, you might want to scroll your way to literally any other mouse. So that's it for today. If you have ever flipped this mouse over to charge it and felt personally attacked, smash that like button, subscribe for more brutally honest tech reviews, and let me know of your opinions in the comment section. Is this mouse really genius or just one aesthetic nonsense? Catch you in the next one. Bye bye.